Tonight is bonfire night. I am really excited. But there's one thing I don't want it to do. Pour down with rain. I don't want that to happen. Now, where is everyone? Oh, hello there. Tonight is a very special day. Today is bonfire night. My favourite day of the year. Besides Christmas as well. That's my second favourite day of the year. And talking of Christmas, the Big Vote video will be coming out towards the end of November. So be ready. Tonight's special story is a special one, made by Bonfire Night. Tonight's special story is called Remember, Remember the 5th of November. It is written and pictures by Deborah Webb. When the light flashes, it's bonfire night. Here we go. Experience the magic of wonder of bonfire night through the eyes of Henry Hedgehog, and you too will always remember the 5th of November. One moment. Yeah! Bonfire night! Let's go! Anyway, let's begin our special story. Here we go. Ouch! Squealed Henry Hedgehog as he rolled over and over down the slope, fallen leaves sticking to his prickles until he came to rest at the foot of an old oak tree, feeling like a giant leaf ball. Dazed and confused, Henry slowly unfurled himself, shaking off leaves as he did so. Wasn't it still hibernation time? Or the big sleep, as Mr. Hedgehog called it? What had disturbed him? Gingerly opening one eye, Henry saw the culprit. He was face to face with the tip of the park keeper's big green boot. The park keeper was holding a rake. He must have unknowingly swept Henry out of his hibernation den as he was clearing the leaves. Henry retreated into the shelter of the tree roots and waited for the park keeper to walk on by. Feeling wide awake now, Henry opened both eyes wide and gazed at the scene that greeted him. In the cold night air, he saw slivers of silver painted leaves and grass, cobwebs that dazzled like diamond necklaces, and in the light of the moon, it was as though silver glitter had been sprinkled everywhere. Henry shivered, not sure whether, though, through excitement, cold, or fear. Suddenly he heard the excited chatter of laughing children coming down the lane towards him. Remember, remember, the 5th of November, they chanted. Henry was astonished to see puffs of smoke hovering in front of them as they breathed out in the frosty air. He heard the word bonfire over and over again. Henry soon lost sight of the children, but he could hear their voices and followed their happy shouts. The air was not as clear as before, and a smoky haze made Henry's nose quiver. As he rounded the bend, Henry could scarcely believe the spectacle before him. A giant golden ball crackled and blazed, flames like streamers flickering, darting and weaving in and out of the orange glow. The air felt warm around him. So this was a bonfire, he realized. Heeding Mrs. Hedgehog's warnings, Henry moved no closer, watching the children in the distance with their families in joyful clusters, hands outstretched towards the fiery warmth. Bang! Whiz! Pop! Crackle! Just as Henry was thinking nothing he could ever match the sight before him, a cacophony of sound erupted around him. Whiz! Bang! Crackle! Pop! A boy called out, "The fireworks have started!" Millions of ice-white stars danced across the inky black sky. Rockets zoomed up, 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 bursting into a rainbow of colourful sparks. Comets zigzagged, leaving a glistening trail. Golden orbs whizzed round and round, a fountain of fluorescent dust cascading from them. Henry could hear the oohs and ahs from the crowd at the bonfire. He had never seen such magic in his life before. Again he heard the refrain, "Remember, remember the 5th of November." All too soon the dazzling display was over. The bonfire was a smouldering mound of glowing embers, the families heading away into the distance. Henry shivered as the air turned cold again. The excitement had gone, and he felt sad and alone. Suddenly Henry spotted a large green boot in front of him. A bright torchlight shone into his face. Frightened, Henry curled into a ball. "What are you doing out here, little hedgehog?" muttered the park keeper. Bending down, he scooped Henry up in his big warm hand. Henry felt the warmth return to his body. He no longer felt afraid, just very, very tired. "I think I know where your family is," the park keeper was mumbling to himself. Before long, Henry felt himself being returned to his cosy den. The familiar smells and sounds of Mr. and Mrs. Hedgehog, deep in sleep either side of him. The park keeper covered the den with more leaves, smiled, and left. His job done. Henry drifted off into his big sleep, back into his big sleep, but not without whispering to himself, "I will always remember the 5th of November." What a good story. Well, I hope you'll have some really good fireworks out tonight. Hope you're going to a display and have fun. But the ones who are not doing bonfire night displays tonight, it's time for bed. But until then, I really hope you all have a very wonderful and great bonfire night. Take care, look after yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye.